Hi Stampers, it's Nancy from stampandshout.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This week I am working with the Beautiful Balloons stamp set and the coordinating die set. Every week I pick a stamp set and then I do 5 short videos, one a day, every day at noon. I like to call it Nancy at noon. I do short videos so you can get ideas and inspiration and tips, but you don't have to sit there too long. You don't have to fast forward. And every day I also have a giveaway. Whoever comments on today's video will be entered to win today's project, and I announce all the winners on Monday. So let's get started. So Beautiful Balloons comes with the coordinating dies. So this week I'm trying to show you lots of different ways that you can use this set, and here is today's project. And today's project, I'm calling it Cutouts with the Designer Series paper. So the Designer Series paper that I am using is called Bright and Beautiful, and it comes in 6x6 sizes, double-sided, and it has some really pretty festive paper, and it also has some muted paper, so you can use it for all kinds of occasions. So again, that is called Bright and Beautiful. And here's today's card. So we're going to make, the base is going to be the new Bubble Gum Pink, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a matte piece in Berry Burst, and I have a white piece for the front and 2 white pieces for the inside. I will have all the sizes on my blog with more pictures and details and the colors that I used, and also shopping supplies. And it's going to be on my blog at stampandshout.blogspot.com. The front of the card has a piece of white that's embossed with the painted textures embossing folder, and I already have that done. So you can see it's got a little bit of texture there. Trying to get you, there you go. So that's going to be the front of our card. I have a little strip of Lemon Lolly, the yellow, and we're going to make a fringed piece out of that. And then I have the 2 pieces of white for the inside with another piece of the Designer Series paper. I always have little strips left over, so it's pretty to put it on the inside. So I went ahead earlier and cut out 4 balloons using the Designer Series paper. Four balloons, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and cut out this fringe piece. I want to show you how to do that. So we'll put this stuff aside. And I'm going to bring in my machine to show you how to cut this out. This is a 1-inch strip by however long you want it to be on your card. And I believe this is 5 inches. But again, I will have all those sizes on my blog. So here's the die set. And this piece here is the piece that cuts the fringe. So all I'm going to do is put it on my board, and I'm going to leave, let me pick this up and show you. I'm going to leave about 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, and that's where I'm going to glue it, and the rest of it will be the fringe. So you just want to put it through your machine a little bit off center like that. That's the first part. So you end up with the little fringe. And if for some reason the fringe didn't cut all the way through, you just take your paper snips and go ahead and open it up so it's all nice and fringy. I'm going to make a few more cards this week with the fringe, so you'll be able to see how I did that a couple more times. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer. So I'm just kind of fluffing this fringe up a little bit so it's not all laying flat, because then it looks prettier on your card. So let's bring our supplies back in. And I'm going to bring in my Berry Burst ink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I'm going to stamp that right on the balloon. And I'm going to use this side of the balloon. The other card I used the solid. I'm going to use this side. I'm going to bring in my Happy Birthday stamp. And again, I'm using Berry Burst ink. And I'm just going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it a little cockeyed, just because I like the way that looks. And since I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my inside sentiment. So I'm going to bring in my piece of white. Need the ink. And I'm going to bring in the stamp that says, I think it's time for a celebration. There you go. So now we'll just put this card together real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and glue the white piece that we textured to the berry burst piece. And then I'm going to bring in this piece, our fringe piece, and I'm going to put glue on the solid part that's not fringed. And then I'll trim it when I'm done, because it's going to be a little bit too long. So I'm just laying it right on the back of my card like that. And I'm making sure that the fringe is even going across. And then you have to trim it just a little bit. Just like that. Now this piece is going to be glued to the front. You could pop it up if you want. I'm going to glue it because I'm going to pop up our balloons. This bubblegum pink is a very, very pretty color. So now I'm going to bring in my balloons. And my dimensions. And just kind of pop them up. So again, this idea that we're using today is using the designer series paper for our balloons. This week I'm also going to show you just stamped balloons and a few other ideas. You're going to have to come back. Remember, I'm here every day at noon to show you some really cute little cards and ideas on how to use the stamp set. And I'm keeping the video short. I think I'll put this one underneath. And we have giveaways. All you need to do is leave a comment and you'll be entered to win the giveaway. And the giveaway is today's card. So make sure you leave a comment. And again, I have all the information on my blog. I'll put that pretty piece of designer series paper right there in the bottom. And there you go. So I hope you liked today's project. Come back again tomorrow at noon. Don't be shy. Stamp and shout.